The latest Tesla update is 2023.44.30.2. So I've updated to this latest version a few days ago actually. Now .2 just means minor bug fixes. The main one is .44.30. Alright, so let's have a look and see what is in there. Firstly, we've got Apple Podcasts. So if you can listen to quite a lot, millions of the world's most popular podcasts. Apple Podcasts for Tesla syncs with your favorite Apple devices. I don't have an Apple device, but from the application launcher, open Apple Podcasts app, scan the QR code and then log in with your Apple ID, and premium connectivity is required. So if we go to the options here, you can see there's a little blue dot under Apple Podcasts. So you go into that and scan the QR code and you can log in. So after Apple Podcasts, there is a new game, Castle Doombad. You're the villain. It's up to you to destroy the goody two-shoed heroes invading your castle. That's a slightly different take on games. So you've got to be in Park, go to Arcade, Castle Doombad. Arcade, Castle Doombad. I tend not to play games very much. So after Castle Doombad, there are a variety of Tesla Arcade updates. We've got Beach Buggy Racing, which has unlocked new vehicles and tracks. Polytopia Diplomacy update, so you can explore new options for peaceful and hostile interactions. Vampire Survivors Chilling update, melt hordes of snowmen and defend against ice monsters. I'm assuming that that's something to do with winter in the Northern Hemisphere, because here in Australia it's well over 35 today. There you go, it's 35 outside at the moment. Then you've got PS4, 5 and Xbox controllers allow you to feel more immersed in the game with rumble effects in select Tesla arcade games. To pair a controller, you open the Bluetooth panel and follow the instructions. Now, the availability of this depends upon the model, your location in the world, and so on. So after the Tesla arcade updates, custom lock sounds. So you can replace the horn. If you've got on lock beep the horn, which is what I always have set, you can now change the lock sound by going into the toy box, boombox, lock sound. And the other interesting thing is you can have your own sound. You save it as lockchime.wave. It's got to be less than 1 megabyte. And by the look of it, the L and the C of lock and chime have to be in capitals. You put it onto a USB flash drive. Now I'm assuming that will have to go onto the one in the glove compartment, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try that at a later date. Alright, so here, lock confirmation sound under the car menu locks. Lock confirmation sound. Turn that on. Under the toy box menu, you can play your current media. You've got the megaphone. I've already done that. Horn sound. Lock sound. So here we have got a number of different ones. We've got old school horn, applause, goat, quack, chirp, clown horn, prison door, badumtus. The USB is the one that you've saved as lock chime on your USB stick, or it can be set to random. So I had that set as the clown horn. And then the horn sound, that has actually got different or slightly different noises there. So after custom lock sounds, you've got trip planner on the mobile app. So you can use the Tesla mobile app to plan a trip. Before you could do it on here and stick in waypoints, but on the app you do location, navigate and enter a destination. For multiple stops or to make changes, simply edit trip, add a stop. If needed, the trip planner will also include charging spots along the way. Then you choose send to car and it will share it with your vehicle. I've used send to car a couple of occasions and it's really quite good. Now you've got to update your Tesla app on your phone to make sure that you're up to the latest so that you can add multiple stops on a trip. That works with Android. I've got an Android phone, Google Pixel, and it works fine. The next one is alternative routes whilst driving. See alternative routes in the navigation, and even after you've started driving, you can change the route. So while driving, choose the map mode button. Now it says top right. Here in the right hand drive people it's top left, or tap the next turn to switch to the navigation overview to choose which route you want. So here's an example. I've chosen a route and it said we're going to go that way, but I can now go, no, I want to use that route. It takes 1 minute longer. And all I did was I tapped up on the thing. Now it says on the right, but on our right-hand drive vehicles, it's tap on the left. Now the other one is, so apart from tapping on there, we can tap on that's the next turn and it brings up the same. So we've got that version, that version, or that version. All right. So alternative routes whilst driving. Now, in more cameras on live view, we've actually got the extra 2 cameras which you can now pick up. So this is the left and right pillar cameras. You need premium connectivity on your app. You go to the live view and you can now choose the left and right pillar cameras along with every other camera, front, back and the 2 rear facing cameras. Now, automatic blind spot camera. I've driven around with this morning and I haven't noticed it, but then I haven't actually been near a car in my blind spot. So we'll go and we'll try that in a little while and see if we can actually get that working. Light show. So time to celebrate with the latest light show to the tune of Arrival by Irving Victoria. Play it right away or schedule up to 10 minutes. So the scheduling is useful if you want to get a group of people to do it all together. Go to Toy Box Light Show. Now, in addition to going to Toy Box Light Show enthusiasts can now play multiple custom light shows. You used to just have a USB stick which had one file on it, one light show, but now you can put files in a directory called light show on your flash drive. You can connect and then you can choose which one you want, which makes life a little bit easier if you're one of those people that like that. So if we go back to Toy Box Light Show, enjoy the show. So you can schedule show, and here we've got the Arrival, Auld Lang Syne, Carol of the Bells. So these are the few that are already on there. You set the volume, and then you can do it up to 10 minutes ahead, and you do it in 1 minute intervals. Dance moves the charge port mirrors, windows and trunk, so you can have everything opening up and closing. So after light show, we might try that in a little while. Autopilot suspension. Now this is one that has upset a few people. When we go driving, I'll get it to show you where it's coming up. It used to just come up in a little thing down the bottom here. Do hold the wheel, move the wheel, whatever. Now it's coming up in much bigger wording across there. But the thing is, if you get disconnected 5 times, you will be banned from using Autopilot for 1 week. All right. Yeah, as I said, some people are a little bit peed off with that because they're getting disconnections that are unrelated to their driving habit. And then lastly, minor updates. You can shuffle Tidal playlists. Well, I don't use Tidal. In Apple Music and Spotify, you can show your account profile image to indicate which account you're using. When using controls search on the touch screen, your results now include linked to entries in the owner's manual in addition to results in vehicle settings. So if you want to look up something, you can search and it will come up with vehicle settings and the owner's manual results in the search, which is a useful addition. Your vehicle now adjusts the power level of each DC charging station. So battery preconditioning when you're navigating to a charger and then charging can be more efficient. So I'm assuming that this will know about certain DC charging stations that are not Tesla superchargers. When you search the vehicle map for charging locations, you can now filter between 2 charging speeds. 3 lightning bolts show the locations of ones with more than 70 kilowatts. 1 lightning bolt shows locations with 70 kilowatts or less. So here we have 1 and 3. It used to be 1, 2 and 3. So if we chuck out the 3, we just get left with slow chargers. If we cut those out, it's only coming up with superchargers at the moment. I'm assuming that once I've stopped at another fast DC charger, it will then learn about that. I'm not sure. I tend not to use DC fast charging a whole heap because I can charge my car on the sun at home. So basically that's it for release notes. There's a couple of things that I want to go and try, and that is the automatic blind spot camera to see if we get this red warning when we're turning. So I've got automatic blind spot camera set to on, and so that will show up here, as you can see. When I put on the indicator, it comes up. Now we'll see whether it will flash red. So we're going to go for a little drive. There's one thing that I have noticed in this update, and that is with the TAC, or traffic aware cruise control, or autopilot engaged, the car just slows down for no reason. It's not panic braking, you know, with that unexpected slamming on the anchors. It just slows down. Now, it was doing it in a few spots before this update. Now, when I've been driving around, it's doing it in a lot, and it's beginning to pee me off, Tesla. So you better start sorting that out. So let's go for a little drive. and we'll see if this works. So I'm going to go up to where I'd gone before, so it takes me up the freeway, and we'll try and change lanes up there. So it comes up with, please keep your hand. Now, here it is. I was not looking at the road, I was looking down here, and it comes up with that sign just there. All right, let's indicate. Yes, it does. There is a car in my blind spot. Now he's gone, so I can move across. So that does work. All right, please keep your hands on the wheel, which I'm doing, but I'm looking down here, and it may be that the internal camera is actually monitoring where I'm looking. So what I'm going to do now is confirm that. I'm going to be following this car. I'm holding on to the wheel, and I'm going to look down at the screen and see if it has a bit of a whinge, whether it's going to do it or not. No. Yes. Now I am holding the wheel. Please pay attention to the road. And this is where the warnings come up. So they've changed the warnings. So the next thing I'm going to do is not hold the steering wheel, and I'm looking at the road. So this should now come up with a warning across here to hold on to the steering wheel rather than pay attention. So there we go. Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. So you got the two warnings there. One, pay attention to the road, because I was looking down here and the internal camera detected that. And two, apply force to the steering wheel. Now, here it is. It's slowing down and I have done nothing. It just seems to want to slow down. There is nothing ahead of me. There are no roadworks. It has just decided to do 40 kilometers an hour. And it has never done it on this spot before, so I do not know why it has suddenly decided to do that, unless it just particularly wants to piss me off because it's succeeding. It is definitely succeeding. So I'm just looking in the rear view mirror rather than down at the screen, and we'll see if it decides. No, it's just slowing down again. So I'm going to go through this roundabout and put the autopilot on, because just past this roundabout there's a spot where it has always slowed down. So we'll see if it's going to slow down this time, or whether it's corrected the error on this bit. So as soon as I get off the roundabout, I'm putting cruise control on and it's slowing down. It has always slowed down at this spot. I have to press the accelerator to get past it. And once I'm past that spot, it's fine. So it looks like a few of the old spots it still slows down in, but now there's some more new spots that it wants to slow down in, which is really quite annoying. Let's have a look at the arrival light show. there you have the update 2023.44.30.2. Now the .2 is just minor bug fixes. The main one is 44.30. So what do you think? Are you a bit peed off with the enhanced autopilot or autopilot penalties that you can get now? Yeah, I know some people are not very happy with that. I'm a bit peed off with the slowdown for no apparent reason that is now happening in more spots. It's just bloody annoying. So Tesla, pull your finger out and stop all this messing around and fix it pretty please. What do you think? Is it happening to you? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're looking down below, can you have a click on that like and subscribe buttons? Thank you very much. It really does help the channel, the promotion, the algorithm, and so on. And if you want to be nice, a one-off donation via Ko-fi or a regular small amount via Patreon would be very much appreciated. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all very soon.